Okay, hello and welcome to a very special episode of the Planet Protectors live stream. Tonight we continue to talk about the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Last week we covered goals 1 to 11. This week we're tackling goals 12 to 17. But as you can see, this week the set does look different. I have a big one right here. So this one represents Planet Protector's 1 year anniversary. Tomorrow it will have been 1 year since I started the challenges, but we're just going to have an early celebration today. I'm going to talk to you more about that later in the episode, but for now that one will stay there. Alright, so now let's go on to our episode riddle. Here it is. What is a question that you can never ever answer yes to? The answer will be revealed at the end of the show, and that is when you can submit your answers. On January 1st, 2016, the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals came into full effect. But hold on, wait a sec. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about? Do you know what the Sustainable Development Goals are? Well, as the website says, the Sustainable Development Goals are a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all by 2030. 9 years to go, people. Sustainable development means also what we want to see in the future. So, before I go on, I need to talk to you about some of these goals. I will talk to you about all 17 of them over the course of the episodes, and I have already talked to you about 11 of them, so let's continue with number 12. Alright, these are the more environmental goals that we're getting into, so they will be a little longer than last episode. Number 12, responsible consumption and production. Did you know that the equivalent of 3 planets, like 3 Earths, 3 planets, not plants, not these things, planets, the equivalent of 3 planets could be required to sustain everyday lifestyles? And I mean, 3 planets worth of resources could be, you might need it for this. So this goal came to the UN, and it basically wants to ensure that we sustainably consume products and people sustainably produce products so that we can sustainably consume them. So these include water, food, and energy. We must consume them in a sustainable way, and all of these things cannot function without the other. They all need each other to function. And same goes with producers. Come on, guys. A way that you can take action with this goal is to recycle paper, glass, select plastics. So there's only a few plastics you can actually recycle, but the rest have to go in the trash, and aluminum. Also try to buy gently used clothes. So not always going to the mall and getting new ones. You're probably not doing that in this time, but yeah, try to buy gently used clothes. All right, this one I'm excited for. Number 13, climate action. So this goal was put into place to help take down climate change. As you know, climate change is an international issue, and we know exactly how it's happening. Burning fossil fuels, cutting down crucial rainforests, and agriculture. We humans are releasing more greenhouse gas emissions into the atmosphere than it can handle. With all of those extra emissions, our planet warms up, hence global warming. Climate change can result in severe weather, like floods, droughts, and these are not severe weather. Invasive species cause wildfires, health impacts, sea level risings with glaciers melting, ocean acidification, declining water supplies, and many more. Here's some better news, though. COVID-19 could result in a 6% drop in greenhouse gas emissions for 2020. Even though that may sound great, I mean, it is great. 6%, that's pretty good. It is still short of the annual reduction of 7.6% limit to global warming with 1.5 degrees Celsius. So you can easily help by saving energy, saving water, and many more things. So if you just look up how can I help stop climate change, like in my everyday life, I looked it up before this. There are many websites, many different things you can do, and you can also check out some of Planet Protector's archived challenges. We have actually, I'm pretty sure all of them help combat climate change, so that's on our website. All right, number 14, life below water. This one is about the animal and plant life underwater. The ocean is one of the greatest places, and it helps us on a regular day basis. Oxygen, food, and so many more things that benefit us come from the ocean. Over 3 billion people on marine and coastal areas. Over 3 billion people on marine and coastal areas with biodiversity depend on biodiversity on a regular day basis. And this is harder with all the plastic pollution and just pollution in general that is affecting animal and plant life in the ocean. And a lot of people actually rely on the oceans for food and for food too. Also, as I mentioned before, climate action and ocean acidification is also affecting life underwater. The ocean plastic crisis is a huge issue. For more information on this one, I didn't talk too much about this one, but there's a lot more information that you can get. Go to un.org/sustainable-development/oceans. A way that you can help is to avoid using single-use plastics like plastic bags, plastic straws, plastic cups, plastic cutlery, etc. You get the point. All right, number 15, the opposite of life below water, it's life on land. This one talks more about forests and how we can sustainably manage them and deforestation. 2 billion, is that right? 2 billion hectares are now of forest are now degraded and now affecting 3.2 billion people, which are also driving animals to extinction and contributing to climate change. Because when a tree falls, all the CO2 or carbon dioxide stored in that tree gets released because it's split in half, so goes into our atmosphere, therefore contributing to climate change. All right, we also have to remember that we depend on these trees for oxygen. Oh, and also get this, forests are home to 80%, not 80% of all land species, including animals, plants, and insects. Wow, even though forests are so important, people still just chop down trees. Between 3.5 and 7 million trees a year, actually. You can help the situation by planting a tree, and it might just seem like a good deed at the time, but it can really have a lasting impact. And you can also donate to places that would plant a tree for you. All right, number 16, the second last one, peace, justice, and strong intentions. This goal gives access to all for justice. In 2018, the number of people fleeing war, persecution, and conflict went over 70 million people. A way that you can help is to stand up for human rights. All right, this is the last goal out of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. You ready? Number 17, not as exciting, but it is partnerships for the goals. These goals will not work if people don't step in and participate in the UN goals. And you can also get your local government or provincial, territorial, and even the federal government involved. That will really help. It could also create 380 million new jobs if we accomplish these goals. And that's a lot of money. A way that you can help is to talk to your local government. So I guess more local than federal. All right, so I would now like to take a moment to appreciate a very special day. Today marks Planet Protector's 1-year anniversary. And over the past year, Planet Protectors has been able to create 1 event, 5 initiatives, 43 different sustainability challenges, 6 episodes of the Planet Protectors podcast, 22 episodes of our Instagram live streams with 2 seasons. You're watching it live right now. We didn't create this, but it happened. Over 100 downloads of the Planet Protectors podcast. We created successful Instagram and YouTube pages, and we created a successful website. So, yeah, that's big, and over the past year, Planet Protectors has accomplished a lot. And really, none of this would have been possible for all of your support. So thank you to everyone who is supporting and supported Planet Protectors. It really means a lot. All right, so that was our 1-year tribute. So now on to our newest segment that was just introduced last episode. It could have been introduced last year. All right, this is the EcoPot. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so these were freshly shuffled like a few minutes before the live stream. And this week's EcoPot card is... okay, write to your local political representative about environmental issues that concern you, whether it's the need for more recycling facilities, encouraging supermarkets to donate leftover food, or starting a community garden. This might be easier to do outside of COVID, but I mean, feel free. You could be a local advocate. All right, let's do another. That was pretty short. All right. Okay. Turn down your heating a few degrees and opt to wear a sweater instead. Okay, guys, this one is super important. It can also help stop climate change. So just turning it down 1 degree can save energy, and it can save you money on your heating bill. And the same thing applies to air conditioning in the summer. So I do highly suggest this one. All right, third one. All right, you know what? That one doesn't really seem fun. Okay, one more. All right, enforce a zero food waste rule to make sure that you don't throw out food that could have been eaten. Freeze leftovers, make smoothies, and think of creative ways to use your food. Yeah, this one seems good. So yeah, really saving food can do a lot. And if you were here last season, I showed you how to regrow green onions in the kitchen. So basically all you do is you have the roots and white part of the onion, the bulb, the base, and you put it in a cup with water after you've used all the green at the top, and it will regrow. Like in a week, it went, I don't know, maybe a ruler, like 30 centimeters in size for me. So I highly suggest using that one. All right, so that was the EcoPot for this episode. Now on to, good opportunity. Yep, that is a good opportunity to use beeswax wrap. Try not to use plastic cling wrap. And yep, perfect for refrigerating food. All right, now welcome to Animal of the Week. This week's animal is an animal that has feathers all over, very bright yellow beak. It has a very bright yellow beak. This week's animal of the week is the incredible Halichus leucophalius. Woo! Yes! You guys have no idea. From the script, I didn't really know what that means. Okay, anyway. This week's animal of the week is the bald eagle. Woo! All right, so this is a very fine animal. These carnivores have a 6 to 8 feet wingspan, or between 1.8 and 2.4 meters. Like, that's their wings. That's pretty incredible. These birds also live up to 28 years old. Bald eagles can build an extraordinary nest. Not only can the nest hold the eagles and chicks, but they can build the nest 1 meter in depth, and up to 1.5 meters wide. That's big. These eagles range in Canada and Alaska in abundant numbers. So that means that they are least concerned and their population is increasing. Woo, good for us. Good for us. All right, so that was part 2 of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals Special and 1 Year Special. So let's hear the riddle one more time before I release the answer. Here it is. What is the question you can never answer yes to? All right, please submit your answers now. Oh, here is the answer. There were a lot of good answers, and actually, I'm pretty sure almost all of them would work. So the answer is, are you asleep yet? That is the traditional answer, but I am dead. Like, are you dead? That works. And what's the opposite of yes? That also works. So pretty much all of those work. But the answer that I was looking for is, are you asleep yet? Make sure to check out the Planet Protectors podcast with all of the archived live streams from Season 2. And it is now streaming on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Deezer, and Spreaker. Also, make sure to check out our new initiative, Rub Out Your Rubbish, and for more information, you can click the link in our bio on our Instagram page. And that was the Planet Protectors 1 year anniversary video live stream. Planet Protectors will be posting about this tomorrow too, so keep updated with your Instagram. Alright, that's it for me. Have an amazing rest of your evening, and as always, remember to stay eco. Alright, see you next week. Bye!